Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today I have a special guest here. It's Jason or Jason.
Jason or Jason, as you prefer.
from Yellow, French publisher. And maybe the first question: what means Yellow? Why the company has this name?
Yeah, the company wanted to. Before, the name of the company was Cartagogo, which means like a lot of cards, because they used to sell cards, trading card games, and they wanted a warm name, and so yellow color came in, and also hello, and so the mix of it is a bit yellow, and also there's like a big company in France called Orange, with the color orange. I was like, big company, looks good. Let's do yellow. So that's the story behind it.
All right. Is Orange still bigger than you or not?
Yeah.
Still.
It's like fun company, so.
All right. So you are 15, I think 15 years on the market already?
Yeah, 15. Like Yellow, we celebrated our 20th anniversary last year.
Okay.
And so yeah, we start to be adults, in the gaming industry, and we feel like continuing a lot and bring more and more games to the markets.
So what was your first game as Yellow, as a publisher?
Yellow started publishing games with Neuroshima X from Portal Games. I think that's the very first game they did. And right after, they searched for new games, and they came to a game that would become later King of Tokyo. And actually, we do have a video regarding Yellow story. If you type on YouTube Yellow, a story of Smash and Hearts, you will get a documentary about all the history about Yellow.
Nice.
With more details.
So it's in English?
It's in English, yeah.
Okay, so if you want to see more details about Yellow's history, let's try this. Okay, and what about you? How long are you with the company?
I'm in the company since I will celebrate my third year this summer. So 3 years, about 3 years. And I work exclusively in export team.
Okay, so what's your job? So what you do in the company?
Yeah, my job is to export Yellow games, because Yellow, we do distribute games in France, but we also are a publisher and make our own games. So my job is to promote our own games, Yellow games, outside of France and abroad. And we are 7 in this team, and I'm in charge of Eastern Europe and Asia. So that's why I'm here with you guys in the Czech Republic today.
Okay. Okay, so what are your biggest competitors, except for Orange that you've already mentioned?
Well, they are in the phone industry, so that's our biggest competitors. I would say you can compare us to Gigamic, that kind of companies. We are competing also with Blue Orange, that kind of. Blue Orange, though, they are good friends. We are like half an hour drive from Blue Orange, so
So are you play games together sometimes, or do you do something together?
We get some drinks together on fairs.
Okay.
So yeah, after, we don't do exactly the same kind of games. So, but from time to time we do exchange because at the end of the day we do the same job, So it's interesting to know and exchange with other players in the industry. I guess you do the same with competitors and other people?
Yeah, we have good relation with some of them. It's not that good with some others. It's just sometimes it's business. All right, and what are your main titles or bestsellers or games that probably many gamers could know?
Yeah, our bestseller worldwide is King of Tokyo. That's how Yellow expanded worldwide, because it's a game from Richard Garfield. and the game is as of today is 38 language, I think, localized. So it's one of our biggest success so far. I'm still working to get the 39th language, maybe the 40th language. Maybe the next one will be in Indian, for example. So it all started with this, and we have also a good line with unmatched titles for people, liking more competitive games, TCG Spirit kind of games with unmatched. And yeah, mostly it was those two lines. And after we tried to have a lot of games in our catalogs, family, expert games, that kind of, a bit of everything.
Do you think that the games that you localize as a distributor are the portfolio similar or different from the games that you publish?
Or from the one we localize, from the one we publish? Well, yeah, I'd say we are more family-oriented on our games, and the games we do localize, we have more, maybe more expert games. For example, we do localize CG games in France, and Kutna Aura won expert Asdor this year.
Okay, so you are cooperating with CGE?
Yeah.
On more titles than just these two?
Yeah, so, well, most of the titles were cooperating, and so Yellow published games are more like, family oriented, mostly, I would say. Those are good examples, I would say.
That's our two games that we've chosen from your portfolio as a publisher. And I really like For Sale. I think there's a long story behind this game because it's quite old game. I think it was firstly published by Eagle-Gryphon Games.
Exactly.
And then you probably much later get the license for Europe. I'm quite lost in how is it with licensing with this game in particular.
This one is specific because Eagle-Gryphon, for example, they are still distributing it in the US and also in Asia. But we do have the rights for Europe. That's why also we distribute it in Europe, this game. And rights are, split kind of between us and them.
Yeah, because when we wanted to localize this game, it got a bit confusing. Because first I turned to Eagle-Gryphon Games. The problem was the price, because the price for the US market is much higher. And then, like sometime later, I found out that there are also rights available for Europe through Yellow. So it was a pleasant surprise that in the end we could have the game for a reasonable price, because I really love it. It's one of the first games that I played as a board gamer, and it's one of my favorite fillers until now. So.
Actually, when I arrived in Yellow, I think that was the very first game. I was like, yeah, this one works really well. It's really fun, really good, and I can definitely bring it back with my friends and girlfriend who don't play that much board games. So it worked really well, this one. So I'm glad to do it with you.
And the second game that we did with you is a Pina Colada Dice. We are still waiting for a game to arrive. I got the update today that the chassis of the train got broken on the way, so it's somewhere 3,000 kilometers away from us. So we are waiting for a train to get repaired, and then it's probably get moving again. So we hope it reaches soon. But still, can you tell me something about Pina Colada Dice?
Yeah, Pina Colada Dice is part of our Yellow dice games. So we try to have, several range with our games. It could be card games, it could be dice games. And yeah, this one is about, having some, making some cocktails, but at the end you want to try to make some good combinations. And we realize that dice games are really, accessible games for everyone to play. So we look to have new games in this range, and Pina Colada Dice is kind of, I'd say, good for this type of game because you have the feeling of a Yahtzee and a bingo, and everybody knows Yahtzee and bingo and yams. So mixing it up with cocktails, that's a good recipe for a game. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really fun to play it. It's quite addictive, but still there's a lot of luck in it. It's a bit random, but there's still some strategy behind it. So I really like it.
Yeah. So and you know, you can win by both ways, either by making a lot of points, which is get a bit lucky, I'd say, or making strategic lines to make a pina colada and instantly win. Which type are you? The points?
I'm trying to do both. So just to select the chances that I could have to go for both of these options.
Still open the door for a pina colada.
Sure, but it's usually hard to get it because other players just try to block you if they can. But of course, it's always throwing a dice with two re-rolls. So you are aiming for something, but it does not have to end up well.
Yeah, I always say you need a bit of talent in that type of game, you know?
So you need to know how to roll dice properly.
Yeah, that's a gift. You have it or you do not have it.
Okay. So this is definitely a game for players who haven't.
It's fun and it's rapid, you know, 10-minute games. It's really same for everyone, family, and you can don't say it, but you can play with you know, drinking game soko. It could be fun also.
Yeah, it can be. But what I found out when we first read the book. The rule book for the first time is that there is no alcohol in it, so which was quite nice. So
it's just a fun theme, you know. At the end, and when you make your pina colada, you arrive on several ingredients, and you turn on the rule book and you check what's the name of the cocktail you just made, which is, you know, kind of fun also.
Yeah, and you can mix it in real, and maybe you can add some alcohol if you like, but
that's not necessary. No.
All right, but the game is fun even without it.
But I guess Czech player, they might play with some pivo, maybe.
I don't think they do like mixed drinks with beer.
Okay, fair enough.
But I don't know much about beer because I don't drink it. I prefer wine to beer, but
okay.
But I think we don't mix it.
But you don't need it at all, of course.
All right. So how long it usually take in Yellow to develop such a game?
Games usually takes about, it really depends. Games depends, of course, on the complexity and all that stuff. Usually it takes about 1.5 years, something like this. So between 1 and 2 years to develop a game. And here, you know, we wanted to make, of course, all the possible combinations and to have something really workable. So yeah, usually 1.5 years, let's say. And if it's a big game, it could be 2 to 3 years, depends.
Now, do you have any number of games that you need to play during the testing to find out that everything is okay?
Well, it's like, of course, we play them a lot, and to reshape properly the games and everything. It's not like we need to play 50 games and then it's okay, the game is validated. But yeah, we play a lot and try to find the right balance, and when we feel we have it, then yeah.
Are you also somehow part of that process? I mean, if you are testing the games that you are about to publish?
Well, I'm not that much involved. I'm always involved on the decision when edition team, they receive, a game from author, and they're like, yeah, we like very much this game, and what do you think, export team, do you feel like it could well integrate in your catalog? Would it be interesting for Klama, for example, in Czech Republic, that kind of game? So yeah, we are involved in this process, but then the edition team continues the job of finding the right illustrator, the theme, and the mechanics.
Okay, so basically your part is to decide if it is fitting to the portfolio and if you can have some interest.
Yes. Like, is it something suitable and that will be working with the markets we are handling, and is it a game that has some future? That's the idea. And then along the process, because it takes months and years, as I told you, among the process, we regularly exchange with the edition team to see which direction they take with the games, if it's still according to the first feeling we had with the game.
Okay, so from time to time you meet with them on that particular game to find out how is it
going on. Yeah, exactly. And I've got also 2 other colleagues which are even more into those exchanges with the team, and sometimes we do some, for example, cocktail. Actually, in some countries, maybe it's an issue to have the cocktail word because it involves alcohol. So that's why also we made a version for the USA, for example, which is specific, like telling mocktails instead of cocktails, for example. So we are involved into adaptation of the games culturally and worldwide.
Okay. So what is your favorite Yellow game? I mean, your personal
favorite Yellow game is, I've got 2. It's Bunny Kingdom. Mm-hmm. I'm just a complete fan of the game. I have, when I play this game, the feeling of when I play good old days with my brothers, it's a standard, really good game. So I love this one.
So it's Králikovství in Czech. It was localized by Albi.
And it's another game from Richard Garfield, actually. Mm-hmm. This one also. And another one that I take almost every weekend when I've got, friends and parties is Time Bomb. Mm-hmm. Which is like a hidden role game, and it's like a classic in France. It's like, who doesn't like to treason your friends, and play that type of game? So it's fun. My 2 favorites was one.
Okay, and Time Bomb I think was already localized by Rexry.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, so and what are your favorite games? I mean, outside of Yellow games. I mean, general.
In general, recently I fell in love with a game called Ayla and Something Shiny. Mm-hmm. It happens we do localize it in France, so it's a Yellow game in France. But
okay.
But this one, I really had like a very good feeling about it. I can't wait to replay it in a few months, And then I'm a dice game lover also. That's why I love also Pina Colada Dice. And I like spots, for example. And recently also I like to play with my girlfriend, so 2 players I like. Agent Avenue. I don't know I think it has been localized with Rexry also.
Okay, yeah, probably.
Agent Avenue. It's a good game also.
Have you tried Ready Set Bet?
Yes.
Do you like it, or is it too chaotic?
Yes, I do like it. I like betting and that kind of stuff. And when you have big groups of friends, you put it on the TV and make the bettings. Yeah, love it.
Okay. And what do you like in here? Is there anything that you like in the Czech Republic? You can name anything.
Anything. Svíčková. Do I say it well?
I also like it. Svíčková.
I discovered also Kafula.
Yeah, Kofula.
Kofula.
Yeah, just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, and it's good.
Right.
Pivo, of course. And the city, the country is really nice. I had the chance not only to visit Prague, but also to go to Brno. So, yeah, the country, the people are really welcoming and nice. Okay. Only positive stuff.
Okay, and is there anything that was that is really surprising for you? Maybe not in this visit. Maybe sometime.
You mean apart the amount of beer Czech people are capable of drinking?
Okay.
No, what's surprising?
It can be in a good or bad way. It's up to you.
Public transports. I mean, the tram, the tramway, and I think it works very nice, smoothly. Maybe you don't feel that way as a Czech, but
Yeah, maybe it can be surprising that it's basically all the time it's going on time, which was not always the same in other countries.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we don't have a chance.
Okay, is there anything else you would like to tell our viewers?
Well, play our games, of course. And yeah, I'm very much happy to be here with you and exchange about the games and the company. I invite the viewers to see our documentary about Yellow. It's very, I mean, to get to know us better. And thanks for the welcome and the nice country and people you have.
I'm really glad that you came. So
thank you.
Have a good rest of your trip and just get safe home.
Thank you very much. I go back in 2 days, so I will try to enjoy as much as possible.
Okay. So thank you for watching us and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.